taste the bananas. All right, look, we're discussing the external world and the internal you. Now, it's important to realize what we're talking about here, and I was last discussing, is the cutting off of my internet service. You know, it's been like going on almost 3.5 months. Well, I could have been put data on my phone and just rock through my phone. You know, where I'm at is kind of like funny, so it's not like, you know, how we are over there in the Bronx and all that. So don't equate what I'm talking about to how you living. Just listen to me and use your mind. Think. So like I said now, I could have just bought data service and kept it going, but I remember the time when I said to myself, okay, it's been a week, no internet. I need to get back on and get everything going. I banged the shit out of my knee on the soap just in the shower, like something was like, no. And I also already knew that because when it happened, it triggered a series of events. You know, my nephew passed away, which we're going to get into because that's going to be the gateway to how I teach y'all shamanism, how to extract the soul from a dead body, how to take it out of sheath body. I did the whole regimen, and I'm going to do a whole bunch of series on that so that y'all could understand the invisible world, the psychic world. Hello, how y'all ladies doing? God bless y'all. Yes. All right. So once you're able to understand the invisible world and the psychic world, you better understand not just your path you have to take, but understand me. It's the journey I was on and I'm sent on. So let's keep it going real quick now. Internally and externally, these is a very bad effect on us as souls that came here as human beings, because all of us, our attitude, our demeanor, our choices, it all depends on what we externalize and we think is real. And us thinking it's real, it becomes a fantasy to us, and we actually act upon it, act off of it. Emotionally, it sends sensations through us, and our responses to different situations we're placed under that make us make bad choices under them and keep repeating cycles upon cycle of these energy draining vampire systems, people, and energy you drain off your own self trying to do something that I consider now a fantasy. So for you to understand this illusion, this fantasy theory, you first have to understand something simple. One day you're going to die, okay? So anything you do in between, it's a fantasy. It's an illusion. If you could figure a way out that when you're going to die to somehow survive death and move on, then what you do here is not a fantasy. You become legend. That's facts. But now on that note, you live mostly for the illusion. By you living for the illusion, you're missing the whole point of what you were sent here for. And not just missing the whole point, you also now take your focus off of what you're sent here to do to go focus upon, let's say, a house, a car, a relationship, a family. These are all distractions from what you came here to do. So first you got to realize only thing that matters is survival first. And then once you're able to understand survival, you save money, put yourself out of financial redemption. Because you're not just going to have a soul redemption, you first have to be redeemed yourself from financial and you could say very bad position in life as far as how you see yourself. Some people is happy in their financial state, but other people is not. So it depends upon where you see yourself. You have to put yourself there before you can try to seek higher learning, higher your inner self. Because your body is not going to pay attention to your mind. Your mind and body is where we're going to work on when we start talking about yoga and the different ways to discipline yourself. You understand? Because it all comes back to self-discipline. So now, being that the world, our external world, have us like always in a compulsive state through its visual sensations to seek other than what we're supposed to actually need, we will now have more than what we have, and then try to wake up every day with a new ambition, new goals, new things, and have a storehouse full of junk. Really energy that it took away from you, energy that's stored that becomes bad habitual patterns, not just bad habitual patterns, but also becomes these ego splits, these personalities, these different sides of you that under circumstances or a response sensation is given, your response will be of acting out one of these ego splits, either to take energy or to give energy. So in this now, you lost yourself as the soul. You lost yourself as what you came here to do. You don't know who you are. You're confused. So they'll tell you you African. You say you African, and you want a nation and a whole bunch of us together as one. Anything you're saying is externalized. It's not who you are. So as long as we keep on looking for this, I'm black. You know, that's externalization. That's why you don't see me talk about certain topics, certain things, because it's going to stray us off the fact what I'm here for. I was sent here to do a reason, and so on that note, that's all my main focus is on. It's on you only. It's not about your external world or what's going on outside of you. So now, with you getting a good concept of what's external and what's internal, when we start now with our thoughts and our ambition and what we seek, is it the same way? Do you externalize everything? Do you feel sensations outside of yourself that make you trigger responses that is not unlike how you would have really responded if you was alone? Let's take a second and look at that real quick. Let's say if I isolate you by yourself and there's nothing in this world, just you alone, right? You be there, just nothing, nothing physical, darkness only. Now, you be wanting company, something to be with you. So now you put a woman there with you. Once that woman come in the picture, you have a bliss, happiness, you're perfect, you got companionship. Now, let's take both of y'all and add a world in there with trees, mountains, everything. At first, y'all both gonna be happy, but right now, this is where separations start. Because one of you might wanna till the yard, and one of y'all might wanna build a house. Now y'all compromise upon what y'all ambitions and goals is and seeking. So now one of y'all build a house, the other one now is living in it, and y'all seek a job and everything. But everybody has different ambitions and different goals. One wants to go out now and get a car. The other one wants this kind of truck or this vehicle. And these now took the two perfect person who was before anything was in creation, loving and enjoying each other's company, warring, arguing, disagreeing because of material things that I done put in the scenario right now that was never there all along. Those illusions is the same illusions that I'm trying to show you, that it makes us now have different goals. It makes us see things different. It even make us say, oh, they're trying to kill us, they're trying to poison us, they're trying to do that. Nobody ever was trying to kill you, poison you, or do anything. It's your ignorance. You believe what they say. When you say they, it's an externalization of everything outside of you. You don't know nothing until you do the whole research yourself. So until you take that full path, all we're doing, you got to understand when we're dealing with the external world, you know, it's hot now, I'm sweating, so excuse me, is really, say I made up Emron, and now Emron got an embezzlement, and they're on the news. So now you're talking about, yo, Emron, and they embezzled. I made that up. What do that got to do with you? But that's what is concerned. It's the same thing, like, say now, with what we seek or what we desire. Somebody show it to us and we see it, but inside of you, what you seek and what you desire, you deny. That's the problem. When we deny what we truly are because we see what others is doing, so we seek to do the same, we lose our individuality. And once you lose your individuality, you have what's called chaos. You're not sure no more, and you could be persuaded. And so now you have more disbelief and say, this is trying to get me, or this is against me, more than seeing everything as one. So you will be more objective and not subjective, to be understanding more. And that's the big difference, because once you understand the whole concept now of internalization and externalization, you separate the two. You don't put yourself externally and let these things affect you. You think first, did I think of that? Did I say that to myself? Did I make myself feel like that? You don't let something external make you move, compel you to do anything. And once you do that, you're going to start understanding around you. Everybody around you is psychopathic in a way. I know that's a terrible allegation to make, but then you will only understand it if you isolate yourself so that you see anybody who comes in contact with you has a motive. If you didn't think to call them, you didn't think to go in front of them and talk, why did they come to you to do that? Learn psychopathism. This is the start. We're going to keep it going. This is a warm-up. I didn't start nothing yet. I just have to give you a quick understanding of certain stuff I'm going to be bringing up. University of Conscious Science. One love.